My mother used to tell me I live in a constant state of closed energy. This means when I go out, I watch guys talk to other girls. When I go out, I get in the car knowing that I am the last option to be approached. When I go out knowing that I won't even try to talk to anyone because what's the point if they wouldn't have even looked at me in the first place? For a while, I convinced myself that it was just how I functioned, that it was just how Aquariuses worked, that there was no remnants of my ex-boyfriend or the anxiety of what they wanted from me. Because in college, it's okay to want everyone for their bodies and not their mind. Or this feeling that began to bubble from the tip of my toes to the top of my head, that I would become so severely unwanted. Because in college, it's okay for your personality to not be enough. But I live with confidence. I make sure every room I step in has a place for me in it. And I wear heeled shoes just to see the world from a different perspective. I am loud and bold and passionate, and I am a born leader, and I love fiercely. But, as my mother once told me, you are so confident in everything until it comes to love. I laugh at myself even when others won't laugh with me, and I create things that I am proud of even when there is nobody there to see it. I am emphatic and charismatic and unapologetic. But love makes me feel like the last flower in a field that will never be picked, or a flyer on a corkboard for a club that nobody goes to, or a stuffed animal that sits on a shelf collecting dust for all of eternity until it is thrown away. Maybe it's the leftover residue of a 10-minute breakup in the Chick-fil-A parking lot when I was 16. Maybe it's my unwavering nature or an already destined path, cut out in the dirt like a grave. Because in the end, a college boy doesn't give a shit about the dreams that I've had since I was old enough to wish on stars, or the movies that shaped me to be who I am. Because the college boy doesn't care about the names of my stuffed animals, or the reason why I make playlists for books I will probably never write. In the end, I just figured that they'd leave. Because I'd be overbearing, intense, abrasive. And I took it as truth. I'm not a flirt. I can't articulate my words without my sentences running together, and I don't have a very good filter when I'm anxious. I can't even make it through a conversation at a party without the request for a Taylor Swift song or shifty eye contact. I'm no Bella Swan who could stumble across campus and somehow pull an Edward Cullen and a Jacob Black. I am an overthinker who uses sticky notes to mark the pages in her books, who loves reading and self-expression and meditation, who can remind a friend of who they are, but somehow struggles to remind herself. I fall in line with the kinds of girls who reach for the stars just so they can know what stardust feels like. The kinds of girls who get attached to fictional characters because they feel seen, who love colored pens and painting rocks. Women who are so unapologetic that the only thing that they seem to apologize for is themselves in the mirror that night. This is an ode to myself and the girls who wondered if they'd ever look half as pretty as Katniss Everdeen. Because even now in college, I needed to hear this. I needed someone to speak my language. You are wanted, and you will be loved. Even you, the hopeless romantic who's worried about if their book pages got crinkled in their backpack or if their fan edit got enough views. Because even if you can't believe it, even if you think that sooner or later you will scare them, there will be someone who stays. Someone who loves you just as fiercely as you love them, who will hold on tight to you because to them, you are one in a million. You are a rock sifted over a million times through because you are you. And that is more than enough.